and say cheese.
Cheese.
I'm sending it to mommy.
What?
Hello. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome back to the channel once again. And if it's your first time here, my name is Kigo, and today we begin with a new project here in Ibri. So I might name this project the Ibri project. And if you like to follow us on this journey step by step, you can go to my playlist. I've named it the Ibri project. Then you can click on it, and then if you've missed any steps or any episode, you can catch up with us. So without not wasting much time, let's get straight into the process. But before we begin, let's look at the spec of this house. The land size is 30 feet by 50 feet, which means it is a half plot here in Ghana, and we want to build a 4-bedroom house on this plot with a rooftop terrace. So we're going to have a 3-level, which is going to be the ground floor, the first floor, and then the rooftop terrace, which is going to be the 3rd floor. And the size of the house itself is 10 meters by 13 meters. So I think the front is going to be the 10 meters, and then the side is going to be the 13 meters. The owner did a little bit changes with the 3D drawing. As you can see, this structure has a roof, but we're going to take the roof out, and then we're going to go for decking, which is going to be the rooftop terrace. The owner got inspired with my Pram Pram project, what I did with it, and he's going for a similar kind of style. And I just want to mention that. So, are you ready for today's episode? If you are ready, then let's go! So after getting the major materials we need for our foundation, we started with the digging of the trenches, which is the excavation of the foundation. We came across big challenges such as finding these heavy rocks, large rocks in the ground, which also escalated our estimates, because you never know what is underneath the ground when you are doing your estimates. That's why sometimes we like to go to the land and examine the land. If you go to a land and you find a lot of stones at the surface, then you should know there will be more stones underneath. That's why sometimes estimate can be a bit challenging. It's just to give you an idea, but it doesn't really tell you that is what you're going to spend. So you can imagine finding all of these rocks underneath the earth, and we have to get through them. Look at the sizes of these rocks. We have to get through them. And for this particular project, the foundation really costs quite a little bit, because of all of these rocks you see right there. We have to take all these rocks out. And also the land is on a slope, it is on a hill, so we also need more blocks to be able to level, which you're going to be seeing later in the video. And the owner also didn't want to take any chances, so the walls, the foundation walls, he even doubled the block. Normally we put it straight, but he turned it around flat and he doubled it, which we're going to be seeing later. So after the foundation digging, we went ahead with the steel works, which we begin with the columns. So the steel benders did their thing, mounted all the columns, bind everything. And then we mounted our columns with the column base in the trenches. So you can see everything done neatly, measured, all the precautions are being taken here. And when we were done with that, we begin with the concrete casting of the foundation, trenches, or the foundation wall footings, which the blocks will come on top of it. And due to the nature of the land, which is a slope land, you see, we have to use the block to make step downs or step ups to be able to get quite a level, so that we can work easily to achieve our level at the foundation base. So this is what I was talking about. The owner doubled the blocks. As you can see, the outer blocks, the outer walls, he doubled it up, and that was the cost he was, willing to put on himself, because he was managing his own building. As I always preach in my videos, you can do it yourself. If you're on the ground, you can do all those changes if you can, because some artisans will not like to go that extra because they think it will cost you more money, so they try to reduce the cost for you, which in the later might affect you. But if you're on the ground and you think it's necessary to, you know put an extra cost, which he did, so that he could sleep at night knowing that his foundation walls are very strong. And he bought 3,220 blocks, which was laid from the foundation to the decking state, which we're going to see later in the video. And the total cost for the blocks was 17,720 Ghana cedis for all the blocks, which you're going to be seeing later. With a cost breakdown, I would like to do it at every phase so that we have an idea how much this is going for, because if I should put everything down there, it's going to be a long list. He bought wheelbarrows because he's managing his own project. He bought everything himself, so there are nails and little things, but I will just give you how much it costs for the phase one, which we are still in that process. Phase two, the decking and everything. So just keep watching and you'll get all the details as we progress. So at this moment, we are done with the block laying for the ground floor, and the windows level was between 4 cores and 6 cores. 6 cores is the highest, and then the 4 cores is the lowest. The total block laid, the cost to the ceiling is 12 cores, which is 12 blocks laid on top of each other, and I think there will be a beam, and then a decking comes on top of it, so that's going to be like 13 cores high. So that's the front view of the project. The ground floor, which you see, consists of the car park, the living room, kitchen, and one bedroom downstairs. Most of the bedrooms are at the second floor, which is coming up later. So let's do some breakdown costs, to see how far it has cost us with the first phase and the second phase so far. So, but before I begin with that, I would like to state that the permit for this project was 2,757 Ghana cedis, and then the architect, the drawing and the planning of this project was 3,000 Ghana cedis. The land clearing, which we saw earlier on in the video, clearing of the land, preparing, was like 2,200 Ghana cedis. So that was just the cost. I just want to put out there, this is the cost that it costs for just preparing to begin the actual work. And the total cost of phase one and phase two, which consists of the foundation and then the block laying and then the pillar casting, which you see on the screen now, the whole structure you see on the screen, except the woodwork for the decking. So the decking is not included here. The decking work, which is the woodwork you see, is not included in the price that I'm about to mention, is 109,280 Ghana cedis. So if you convert it into the US dollar, we're talking about 9,130 US dollars. So that is the cost, for what you see on your screen, excluding all the wood work you see for the decking, which will be in our next episode. So that is how much it has cost this client, doing it himself. I know the size of the house is not that big, so that also makes sense, I understand, but he really put extra in the foundation. He really put a lot to make it strong. Like we saw the block, double it up and also put it sideways. Normally it's supposed to stand straight, but we double it up. And also the challenges that we face, which was like the rock, also was an additional cost. And also the slope of the land, you could see the landscaping, of the area is on a slope, so that also is an additional cost. So if you want to build a similar thing on a normal land, I think you will even spend less, a little bit less than what we spent here. So our next episode is going to be about the decking. The price I just mentioned doesn't include all the decking work, so the decking will also come in my next episode. So watch out for that. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I really like Ebri. You could see the surrounding is a very beautiful place to be. And I'm glad that the owner of this project is going another level high to have a rooftop terrace where you could sit with your family and enjoy the environment and the breeze from Ibri. Like we said, like the land size is not that big, it's just a half plot. And even though he has a car garage where he can park his car, he has a small space in front. It's not really small, but if you have a garden there, then you also need a place where you could also spend time. That's why it's going to the next level. And this is very beautiful. This is very beautiful. I don't know if there are more lands over there or all the lands are occupied, but if you are interested in this place, I kind of know some people who who owns land in a breed. Maybe the owner can also help us, so let me know if you are interested to purchase a land in a brewery. I can pull some strings and see how best we can get it done. And as I said in my previous video, this is just to motivate you, to just give you an idea that it's possible to get it done. You don't have to get scared with the estimate when it comes to you. You can always break it down or just review your structure. Maybe you can reduce the size. You don't need a bigger space to live if you are not living in Ghana. If you're in the west, the owner of this project has another land just next to it, so he already has his land, a full plot, I think around the corner there. And then he just got this opportunity. Someone needed the money for this piece of land, and then he just took advantage of it. He saw my videos, he got motivated to do something on a smaller land, and here we are. He made it possible. So sometimes when you get an estimate, don't get panic. Just see how best you can modify it. If you have to reduce the size of a house, do it. If you know but if you are coming to live in Ghana, if you're coming to stay for good, then you can just go at once and just do your thing, and just see how best you can come with it. But just don't get panic and don't give up also. That is the main thing. That's why I'm here. Don't give up. You can do it step by step. You can do it step by step. Just take your time, make a plan, have a good team. That's more important. A good plan and a good team, you reduce your prices, because building, costs, to reduce costs, as I always say, is about not doing things double. The moment you have to do things twice, then that means you are paying twice, and that's where the expenses comes in. And if you have the time, you can just go and just do it. Look at how much he has spent, on this project so far. Just 9,000. 9,000. If you're in the west, you maybe, if you let someone do this for you, you're gonna end up maybe 15,000 or even 20,000 just to the lentil level. Just your plane tickets. Your plane tickets can save you so much money. So don't think, oh, let me keep my plane ticket and let me use it. No, when you come down yourself, that plane, you're gonna save that money. That money you're gonna spend on your plane ticket, you're gonna save it by just 9,000. Someone will spend this on just a foundation, just on foundation. That's and we see it around. When people put out their cost estimate, we see even 20,000 is just a foundation. Everything is on the ground. And if I tell you the total cost after the concrete casting, it's like someone's whole foundation. All of the project you're going to see is underneath someone's ground. That's is someone's foundation. That is the total cost. Example is with my Pram Pram project, which is like 3 levels high. The size is like 47 feet by 50 feet. And how much it cost me to do that is like a whole foundation. It's someone's foundation money. But that is my superstructure. So you know, sometimes we do also like to go to challenge and we like something big and then we get stuck and we cannot continue. That's how, you know, we face those challenges. So let's review, you know, what we really want. You know, are we willing to come back now, to come back home now? You know, or we are just building it? Is it a holiday spot? We need to ask those questions. That's why when you come to us, you know, we go through all those things, you know, we ask you those questions to really know what you really want. And then if you are ready, if we know that you are ready, then we can just start going. But I think this video is taking long, so I'm going to save the rest for the next episode, which is going to be focused on the concrete casting and the decking as well. So that cost breakdown is also coming up, so just watch out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, kindly please do so. We have more projects. As I told you last year it was more about apartments. We were talking more about apartments. This year we are going for the structures, the housing, you know, the small housing. As you can see, this structure is nicely done, easily done. You can have this on two plots, on one. You can have two of this on one plot, you know. And even if you squeeze a little bit, you can even put it on even three of this on one plot. But I wouldn't advise that though, because of ventilation and stuff. So thanks for staying with me till this far. I really do appreciate your time spent here on the channel. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then I'll see you in my next episode. Like, do we?